Hi guys, Tiffany here, living from the heart. Thank you so much for coming back. Today I wanted to talk to you about spending time in nature and how important that is. No matter what the weather, have a look at the weather that's going on right here. It's looking like it could get a little bit stormy out there. But it is important to spend time in nature every single day at least. I want to talk to you a little bit about how a big realization that I had about the true connection to nature and how important it is. And then maybe offer you some ways to spend more time with nature as well. I grew up in a small town, which is actually the town that I'm living in now. But I moved away to the city. I was living in Victoria, BC for quite a few years. And it's a beautiful city. It's a fabulous place to be. But I'm a nature girl. I've got to be out here. And the city really, there's so much energy going on in there, and it's just coming at you from every angle. It's just coming at you. And that energy really is a lot of it's very ego driven. The city is a very competitive place. And I think that when you spend a lot of time in that energy, you can get lost in it, and you get lost in the humanness of it. You get kind of separated from nature and some of the really important things. And so the way that I always felt this, always felt this. But the way that when it really came home to me was when I moved back home, actually. I moved back here about a year ago, a little more than that. And I remember within the first couple of weeks, someone said to me, "Oh, how are you liking being back?" Because it is a remote place. It's definitely not, everyone's cup of tea. And I said to them, and I can just feel this in my whole heart, that being back has made my life so much more rich with the things that really, really, truly matter. And what I meant by that really was the connection to nature and the deeper understanding of that connection. And what really, really made me feel this connection were the animals. Living in the city, and even I would come back, most weekends. But being immersed in this and seeing wild animals every day was really kind of what opened my eyes to the importance of the connection. And that happened. It was actually the elk. The elk that did that. Elk are, they're such amazing creatures. And spending some time observing them, I just felt so insignificant, but in the best possible way. It just really made me realize how much more is on our planet. I think in the city it's so easy to get lost in that human energy, and that little bit of ego and little bit of this, and it's just coming at you from all angles. It's you feel it. You really, really feel it, and it really affects you on a vibrational level. But seeing those animals every day, it really just made me realize how much more this whole planet has going on. There's so many species of animals that exist without human interaction, without the need for all of our creature comforts, and they live on leaves and grass, and some of them live off of each other, and different things like that. But it really made me realize how easy it is to forget that connection when you spend a lot of time in the city, and that deeper understanding of us just being a part of a whole, rather than, I think, the mentality of the city is you are the whole. It's very self-absorbed, very me, and that doesn't go for everyone. I'm really just kind of talking about the general mentality of the city. Hi guys, I'm back again. Sorry, I got a little cut off there. ran into a friend of mine who was walking down the trail, and then it started to rain and rain and rain and rain and rain. So I thought I would come and make the rest of this video from my little utility room, because I wanted to share with you, I think that I kind of got my point across, how important it is to connect with nature and realize that we're a part of something, we aren't the something, and it's such a humbling and yet empowering bit of wisdom and I guess a realization. It's interesting. It's almost like a contradiction, but it really is true. It makes you feel like there's a lot more going on, and there's so much more going on than what we see every day. So I wanted to share with you a couple of ways that you can connect to nature, because obviously a lot of us live in different places, and I think it's important to just strive for more and more and more every day. If that means walking out in nature, if you have the opportunity to, if it means just walking out in a park, if it's growing herbs on your windowsill, hugging a tree, walking barefoot on the grass. That's, being barefoot in nature is really, really, really important. Another little bit that you can use to combat if you are in the city and you're feeling that energy is to just say to yourself out loud or in your head, I'm only running my energy. I'm only running my frequency. That has been very, very powerful for me. And that bit of insight was passed on to me from someone else, someone named Leslie, so I'll put a link to some of her YouTube videos on the bottom. I actually did a course with her personally, like in person, and it was quite an empowering course. She's a pretty great, pretty great at empowering others, and you can check it out and see what you think. Anyways, that I'm only running my energy, I'm only running my frequency is one of the most powerful things that I've done in a while. It really helps to just whoosh out all of the other things that are feeling us. And I think in the city especially, but really day-to-day life, no matter where you live, you will pick up on other people's anxieties and feelings. And there's been quite a few times where I've done that, and actually just all of a sudden felt, just about every time I do it actually, you just feel so much relief. It's pretty powerful, so give that a try. The other thing I wanted to share with you, the reason that I'm coming to you from my little utility room is because that's where I'm keeping some strawberries that I have. Check these out. These are some of the most beautiful strawberries I've ever seen in my whole life, and what's really amazing about them is that I picked them myself. Getting that connection to your food is just so important, and nourishing your body with raw fruits and vegetables, as much as you possibly can. Obviously everyone's in different places, and that's great, but incorporating more and more as much as you can is really going to also help you to hold your vibration high. And I guess holding that vibration is a whole other topic, because I have lots of information on that, but we'll talk about that again soon. So anyways, thank you so much for coming back, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.